Good morning, everybody. We've got a lovely summer's morning. Just walking Rio. She's everywhere. She's all right. She'll come back home. But good morning. I hope everyone's all right. The weather is beautiful, so I hope it's putting everyone in a summery mood. So as the title shows, I want to talk a bit today about lining up your expectations with what the reality is, and it's something I see people get wrong all the time, they get it wrong because they're expecting too much from themselves, or they're expecting too much from the work they're not putting in. So, for example, someone that weight trains 3 times a week, does one bout of cardio, still has a takeaway once a week, still goes out, has a few drinks with their mates once a week, which is absolutely fine. It sounds like a great lifestyle to me. I'm all over that. That is absolutely fine. But the problem starts is when they expect too much results for that weekly pattern. Okay, if that makes sense. So they're expecting results that off like someone who's doing 5 weight training sessions a week, 2 bouts of cardio a week. They're being a bit more restrictive on their diet. They're making more sacrifices, like choosing not to drink alcohol, etc. So meeting your expectation with what the reality is absolutely crucial, and it's really crucial because it frames your mindset into actually what you're working towards and how long that's going to take going forward. So like I've put in previous weeks, I'm having more conversations with people now because the reality is that what they want to achieve isn't going to take 12 weeks. It's more or less going to take 12 months. And I'm having more and more of those conversations. And why am I having more of those conversations? It's because actually what they're expecting of themselves in 12 weeks is way out for not what they're capable of, but what's realistic for them and for their lifestyle going forward. Okay, so we're not professional athletes. We've got jobs. We run our own businesses. We're very busy. So we're not going to be able to get to the gym every day and do the perfect workout. We're not always going to be able to prep food. We're not always going to be able to track our calories. Sometimes we've got to improvise. We've got to think on our feet. And it's not always going to be perfect. So we need a plan B. We need a plan C. And this is my biggest advice to you guys today is have a think, okay, about what you're expecting of yourself right now. So it might be a weight loss goal. It might be a visually looking goal. And think about what time frame you've put on yourself. So it might be you're working towards a holiday. It might be you're working towards a wedding or whatever it is. And think, is that actually realistic? Think about your weekly pattern. So, right, I'm training twice a week. I've still got quite a flexible way of eating. I'm still obviously drinking alcohol and things like that. So realistically, what sort of results am I going to expect from that? Because once you do that, and once you say, well, actually, maybe I'm not being realistic, maybe I am expecting too much of myself, you've then got 2 choices. You can either drop your expectation levels and actually say to yourself, well, this is probably going to take a little bit longer than what I previously thought, which is absolutely fine. I'm all for that. Listen, I'm the biggest promoter of an all-inclusive diet. I'm the biggest promoter of people still living their lifestyles while incorporating things in which are going to help them, but are going to take a little bit longer. I'm all about delayed gratification and not instant gratification. I'm all for that. But then the other option is saying, right, if I expect that of myself, then maybe I need to change my reality a little bit. Maybe I need to start making a few more sacrifices with regards to not drinking alcohol, with regards to restricting all the foods that I eat, maybe a little bit more, and pulling that in. Maybe I need to increase my training frequency and training volume throughout the week. So there are your 2 options, guys. You either drop your expectations level, drop your expectation levels, or you create a new reality for yourself. I cannot put it any simpler than that. But standing in the middle, in the middle ground, in no man's land, if you want to call it that, and expecting too much for the lack of work you're doing at the minute, isn't getting you anywhere. And it's not to say the lack of work is bad. It's just making sure that the work you're doing throughout the week, your expectation levels are where they need to be for that level of work. And it absolutely kills people's progress, because guess what? When you do that for a period of time, 3 or 4 weeks, and then you don't see the results that you've expected of yourself, what happens? You stop. And going round in those circles, as we know, is one of the most harmful things you can do for your mind and for your health and fitness going forward. So please, guys, before you go any further, if you're obviously listening to this today, I can't advise enough, because I'm seeing it an awful lot and hearing it an awful lot, that what people expect of themselves is going to take an awful lot longer, and is so far off where the reality is at the minute. Okay, so that's something I wanted to get off your chest. Rio, do you want to come and say hello? Come and say hello. Yeah, say hello. Oh, she's beautiful, isn't she? Say hello, Rio. So we're going to go back now, because we've overstayed our welcome in the farms field. But I hope everyone has a great day. Get outside, embrace nature, enjoy it, and I'll catch up soon. Cheers, guys.